We, the member congregations of the Unitarian Universalist Association, covenant to affirm and promote journeying toward spiritual wholeness by working to build a diverse, multicultural, beloved community by our actions that accountably dismantle racism and other oppressions in ourselves and on our institutions. We are a welcoming congregation. That is what we tell ourselves and others every Sunday. I believe that we want to be a welcoming congregation, but that to affirm that value, we need to live the eighth principle. The eighth principle was developed by people of color in our denomination who have been living it. The eighth principle incorporates the spiritual journey because for many of us, it is a spiritual practice to acknowledge that racism is in our DNA by virtue of being born into a racist society that was designed by founders who were slaveholders. Being aware of our learned racist thoughts and doing everything we can to exorcise them is a deeply felt spiritual practice. It is doing the work of being a Unitarian Universalist. UUSM has a high reputation in the community for social justice work. This work for healthcare, immigration reform, fair housing, and including working for a sheriff that does not call ICE when prisoners are released from prison is anti-racism work. For those who are worried about being accountable, we are already being accountable for anti-racism work. These actions testify to the fact that we are already working to dismantle racism and other oppressions in ourselves and in our institutions. We are already accountable. The specificity of the eighth principle is important, even though it is not totally consistent with the other more intangible principles. Even if the language is complicated, because racism is a complicated issue, but the intent is clear. The intent is clear. We stand against institutional racism and racism in ourselves. How many of us remember as children unacceptable racist remarks that were made around the kitchen table? We knew that it was intolerable and wrong then, and we know it now. Many UUS members have been doing the work on behalf of the congregation since the beginning. People worked for integrated housing and joined NAACP and the North Central Neighborhood Association. We sponsored the Martin Luther King Jr. reception and participated in the essay and poetry contest for decades. We have worked with and supported the work of the Bay Area Faith in Action, formerly Peninsula Interfaith Action, for years. Many of us participated in the Beloved Conversations groups. Our support of the congregation in the Philippines, of Homework Central, and the Assistance League of San Mateo County, and the work of Harry in Kenya serve people of color. We are accountable. We are doing the work. These are times that try our souls. Books are being banned, and democracy is under siege. I urge UUSM to be a leader in the anti-racism effort by wholeheartedly adopting the eighth principle. If we do not adopt it, who are we? Thank you.